One of the biggest reasons Terraria is super successful is one thing, character customization. You're probably wondering how, like customization when you make a new character? Nah, not this shit. I'm talking about how when you choose between melee, ranger, mage, or summoner, or how you can choose to be more damage focused, tank focused, or hybrid through armor and accessories. There's so many unique effective loadouts that you can create in this game, and that's what makes it unique, apart from its silky smooth progression of course. But today I'm going to talk about some of the best and worst accessories for everyone's favorite point of progression in Terraria, Endgame. I'm just kidding, I don't even like Endgame that much, it's too combat focused, but anyways, that's a discussion for another time. Now let's delve into some endgame accessories. Up first we have the Ink Shield. Now I'm sorry if you like this accessory, but it is straight up doo-doo. The Ink Shield is truly not worth the hype. You mix like 5 million ingredients together and end up getting this thing that does basically nothing endgame, and I've heard all the arguments made for it.
The Ink Shield provides immunity to so many different debuffs, and it's a symbol you're good at the game, and it's so helpful when you're mining it in the dungeon.
Okay, but brother, listen, endgame Terraria is all about fighting bosses and events. There's almost no mining, no exploring, no nothing like that. After Golem, it's literally just Martians, Pumpkin Moon, Frost Moon, Old One's Army, Embers of Light, Dew, Fishron, Lunatic, Cultist, Celestial Pillars, then Moonlord. The only good thing the Ink Shield does is give you 4 defense, which ain't even much, and immunity to knockback, which I'll admit is very helpful, but a lot of shields give you knockback immunity like the Frozen Shield or Hero Shield. Even the Terraria wiki supports my argument. Despite the Ink Shield saying it grants immunity to most debuffs, there's still many debuffs the player can still face, and several of those debuffs are post Golem. And so with that, I'll say this. The absolute only time that I think the Ink Shield is worth it is if you get it early in hard mode, like maybe somewhere between the mechanical bosses. Otherwise, I only see it as a collector's item and to complete the achievement. Next up we have an underrated accessory, which is the Frozen Shield. I added this so obviously you could switch it out with the Ink Shield. Not only is it so much easier to craft, but it's a million times better. It provides 6 defense, immunity to knockback, and reduces the damage you take by 25% when your health is below 50%, which is 250 HP when you have full life crystals and full life roots. This already helps a ton with combat by providing a huge damage reduction, unlike the Ink Shield. And if you're using the Frozen Shell with the Beetle armor endgame, that'll be an extra 45% damage reduction from the armor. And if you use the Frozen Shield in multiplayer, you'll absorb 25% of the damage done to your teammates, which is an extra plus. It's crafted with the Paladin's Shield from the post-Planetary dungeon and the Frozen Turtle Shell from the Ice Tortoise. Third, we have an overrated accessory, which is the Terra Spark Boots, and while they do look awesome, let's face it, you don't need to craft them. The speed of the Terra Spark Boots is the same as the Lightning Boots, although the Terra Spark Boots give you mobility on ice, the ability to walk on water, lava, honey, and shimmer, and reduce damage from lava and lava protection for the first 7 seconds. All amazing things, but also useless endgame. Like I said, endgame you're literally just on a combat rush, from Martians to the moons to all the bosses, celestial pillars. The exploring aspect of Terraria ends around playing Terra and Golem, so save yourself a lot of time and craft the Lightning Boots instead of the Terra Spark. Next up we have one of the best accessories, the Sor Insignia. This accessory is absolutely cracked. In fact, it was one of those accessories they had to nerf in Calamity because it was way too powerful. I don't see enough people using it, and it literally gives you infinite flight time and allows you to run faster and jump higher. And it's not like it's hard to get either, it's dropped from the Empress of Light in expert mode 100% of the time. It also provides infinite flight time for rocket boots, so the people I've seen who use it sometimes share with only Terra Spark boots and don't use wings. This allows you to use that accessory slot where you would normally have wings for other powerful accessories like a damage emblem or the charm of myths. Last, we have one more amazing accessory, which is underrated endgame, an accessory that was hated before Journey's End but made its redemption since then, the Brain of Confusion. It's dropped from the Brain of Cthulhu in expert mode 100% of the time and gives the player a couple things: a 17% chance to dodge attacks, 60% chance to confuse enemies who strike you, and increased critical strike chance and summon damage after you dodge an attack. These are some awesome abilities. The confusion is good for endgame events and moons, but the dodge chance is what really takes this accessory to the next level. Not only do you have a high chance to dodge an attack, but after you dodge you'll do more damage no matter what class you're playing. It's a well-rounded accessory good for anyone to use. And that'll be it for today's video. I went over some of the best and worst accessories to use endgame. Remember that these are my opinions, and if you disagree with one of them, feel free to leave a comment and I'll respond to it as soon as I see it. Thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.